Hello, and welcome to the UEI Ohio Employees 2016 Benefits Open Enrollment Meeting. The benefits for this policy year are effective from May 1, 2016 through April 30, 2017. Let's begin. On today's agenda, we will be going over the group insurance updates for Cigna Medical, Cigna Dental, the WageWorks Flexible Spending Accounts, otherwise known as the FSA, BenIQ mobile app, and some other important reminders including the spousal waiver program and the timeline of when to enroll and when changes become effective. Effective May 1, 2016, medical benefits will continue to be administered by Cigna Healthcare. No plan design changes will take place for this calendar year. Dental benefits will continue to be administered by Cigna Healthcare, and there are also no plan, design, or payroll deduction changes. Please note, dental premiums did increase by 11% this year. However, UEI agreed to absorb the entire increase this year. However, with premiums increasing each year, UEI may ask employees to contribute in the future. Take a look at this graph. As you can see on page 4, the health insurance premiums continue to increase. Look at the workers' contribution to family premiums, and then look at the health insurance premiums for family coverage. Those have increased over 200% over the years, whereas workers' earnings and overall inflation have not increased as drastically. UEI continues to pay the majority of the costs for employees and their families to cover that gap. Now look at page 5, our employee cost sharing report. Look to the very left of the chart where it's labeled PPO. As you can see, UEI is right in line with other tech services and national employers. But please note that PPO costs for tech services and national employers are based on a single plan offering. These companies are not offering an HMO plan. On the high deductible health plan labeled on our graph as HDHP, UEI's employee cost sharing is much lower. Finally, on the dental, other company employee cost sharing is much higher. This is because UEI generously pays for the dental premiums. There is no cost incurred for the dental for the employees. Medical plan options. The Cigna OAP Open Access Plan PPO benefits. This is for exempt employees only. Look at the in and out of network benefits. The important things to remember are your calendar year deductible, your calendar year out-of-pocket max, and your coinsurance amounts. For in-network, the calendar year deductible is $300 for an individual or $600 for a family. That means only 2 out of however many people are covered on your plan must hit that calendar year deductible. Once you hit your deductible, your coinsurance will come into play. The coinsurance is 10% of the charges after the deductible. That means you will be responsible for 10% and the carrier is paying the 90%. A physician office visit is $25 per visit. A specialist office visit is $40. Preventive is no charge. If you go to an urgent care facility, it will be $75 per visit after your deductible. For emergency room, it's $150 per visit after your deductible. That is waived if you become admitted to the hospital. If you do become admitted to the hospital, after you hit your calendar year deductible, you will be subject to these charges, $200 per admission and 10% coinsurance. Your prescription copays can be found below, 15 generic, 30 formulary brand name, and $50 for non-formulary brand name. And there is a mail order that is available. Let's look at the out-of-network benefit. We always encourage participants to go in-network. It's a richer benefit. See how the coinsurance goes up to 30%, and these office visit copays now are coinsurance after you hit the deductible. The deductible is $300 for an individual and $600 per family. But the out-of-pocket max changes. It is now $4,000 for an individual and $8,000 for a family. Also, out-of-network providers are not obligated to write off anything over the contracted amount that the in-network provider has to write off. You will be balance billed if you see an out-of-network provider. Please always make sure to double-check that you are seeing an in-network provider. The next plan featured is the California High Deductible Health Plan. It has a calendar year deductible in-network of $5,000 or $10,000 per family. 2 people in the family must meet it. The co-insurance is 30% after the deductible, and the out-of-pocket max for the year is $6,350 for an individual and $12,700 for family. That amount does include the plan deductible figured in. Again, out-of-network benefit, the calendar year deductible has gone up in this instance, $10,000 for individual, $20,000 for family, and the out-of-pocket max is $20,000 for individual and $40,000 for family. Please try to stay in network. Cigna can be reached by phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days out of the year by calling 1-800-CIGNA-24. You can ask for a Spanish-speaking representative or someone else in your preferred language is available. You can also go to mycigna.com or use MyCigna mobile app to be able to look at your copays, deductibles, claim activity and history, obtain temporary ID cards or how to order new ones, and there's also a wealth of health information and resources available. Your claims process. When you visit an in-network doctor or hospital or facility, the doctors in network charge a standard fee. They will bill the carrier. After you show your Cigna ID card, pay your copays or coinsurance as required. The doctor's in-network is discounted in the Cigna fee. After the claim is processed, you will get an explanation of benefits, otherwise referred to as the EOB. This is your receipt that shows what the provider charged, what your responsibility was, the amount the provider in-network had to write off, and any amounts that you owe for coinsurance and deductibles will be identified on this EOB. You can use Cigna Healthy Rewards to save money on health and wellness products and services like fitness clubs, eyewear, massage therapy, and more. It's easy to use and has confidential health assessments that give you overall health scores and personalized reports. There's also online coaching programs to help you maintain a healthy lifestyle. Coverage exists for preventive care, including immunizations and preventive screenings. There are also programs to help you better manage stress, quit tobacco, or lose weight. Oral health. UEI offers a PPO dental plan. It is important to remember there are 2 different networks. There's the Cigna PPO Advantage, which has a richer benefit, the PPO network, and the out-of-network benefit does exist. You do get the richer benefit for using a provider in the Advantage network. We would also like to point out here, for orthodontia, ortho is covered for children only up to age 19. You can choose a licensed dentist. You do not need an ID card for services. Providers will look you up with the carrier by date of birth and social. And you do not need a referral to visit a specialist. For information online, please go to mycigna.com. You can use mycigna.com to find your in-network dentist, print temporary ID cards, download claim forms, view your claim status, view year-to-date dental costs, take oral health assessments that you can print and share with your dentist, and you can find out more about the Healthy Rewards discount program. Flexible spending accounts. Flexible spending accounts, what are they? This is an account that allows you to set aside a portion of your income on a pre-tax basis into a separate account that can be used throughout the year to obtain reimbursement for eligible out-of-pocket health care or dependent care expenses. UEI's plan is administered by WageWorks. What are the upsides? The upsides are pre-tax savings can give you more spendable income. You have the ability to put money away for unreimbursed medical, dental, and dependent care expenses. You have 14.5 months between May 1, 2016 through July 15, 2017 to incur health care expenses that can be reimbursed with the funds that you contribute during the plan year. What are the downsides? This is a use it or lose it benefit. If you do not turn in the receipts by the cutoff date, you will forfeit the money for that policy year. Common eligible health care expenses include medical, dental, and vision expenses. You can contribute a maximum annual contribution of $2,550 for these expenses. You can pay co-pays and co-insurance, hearing aid exams and aids, contact lenses, prescribed medicines, doctor's fees, dental work including orthodontia, LASIK surgery, eye exams, glasses, medical supplies, chiropractic treatment, laboratory fees, psychiatric treatment, and over-the-counter medications. Please refer to the IRS publication for a more detailed listing of the eligible health care expenses. Common eligible dependent care expenses. For qualified daycare expenses for children under the age of 13 and disabled dependents of any age, you can contribute an annual maximum of $5,000 or $2,500 if married and filing separate tax returns. After-school care, care for disabled or elderly dependents, summer day camp, nursery schools, pre-K only, qualify. Please refer to the IRS publication for a better listing of eligible dependent care expenses. How do you use this? WageWorks will offer you a debit card. It works like a debit card, just swipe and go. The funds come directly from your healthcare FSA and no PIN is required. No card, no problem. You can log in on WageWorks.com and pay bills instantly. Doctor bills, orthodontia, and more. Or pay me back. If you've already spent the money at the provider's office and you have your receipt, you can go online and reimburse yourself for these traditional claims and get fast reimbursement. You can also manage this on the WageWorks Easy Receipts phone app. You can file a claim and get reimbursed quickly, view transactions and benefit account login balances, snap a photo of receipts and submit them for payment, receive confirmation emails when claims are received, processed, or paid. You can also choose to receive text messages when the card verification is required, a transaction is denied, or a claim has been processed. For more information, go to WageWorks.com. Group Health Insurance Updates mobile app. BenIQ is a phone app that you can load on your phone to store all of your plan information. You can review your plan benefits, contact an advocate, nurse line, or carrier, locate a provider, store multiple ID cards, or check frequently asked questions. Spousal waiver. If a spouse has health coverage through their own employer, you will need to complete a spousal waiver. The insurance benefits at UEI can be used as secondary insurance coverage for eligible working spouses if they are already covered through their employer. However, UEI will not make contributions towards your spouse if they already are covered under their own employer. If your spouse loses health coverage from their employer, it is considered a qualifying event. A spouse can come back onto UEI's plan until they become eligible again. UEI will continue to pay the majority of health care benefits for employees and their dependents. This includes non-working spouses. Again, UEI will not pay health care benefits for working spouses of UEI employees if their coverage is offered through their own employer. Important reminders. Open enrollment is between April the 6th through April the 20th. You can add or change your dependents, enroll in the plan. If you cancel your health coverage at this time, you will not be eligible to re-enroll until open enrollment next year, unless you experience a qualifying event. Qualifying events. You have 30 days to notify Human Resources. A qualifying event can include change in legal status, so marriage or divorce, birth, death, change in employment status or work schedule that results in a gain or a loss of eligibility, or change in coverage under other employer's benefit plan. If you're currently seated on your spouse's plan and your spouse leaves their job or quits, you can add yourself, or if you choose, yourself and your spouse back onto UEI's plan. Again, qualifying events, you have 30 days to notify Human Resources. Enrollment forms. Please print legibly. Sign and fax your medical, dental, and FSA election forms to Penny Royale by April the 20th, 2016 at the phone listed below. Please send the original and completed signed election forms to her by April the 20th. If you choose not to elect medical or dental coverage, you still must sign a waiver by April the 20th to show your wishes that you did not wish to sign up for coverage at this time. If you have any questions, please contact Penny Royale. Thank you for attending the UEI 2016 Ohio Employees Open Enrollment presentation.